So, by the end of this episode, we could know if it's a possibility that we win the Copa Libertadores in basically half a season at Flamengo. I don't think it will be, but let's see. Hey everybody, welcome to the video. Welcome to episode 2 with Flamengo. And just starting on this screen really, because I want to bring you up to speed on some transfers that we were waiting to happen and have indeed happened. Jose Maria has gone to Porto for £16.5 million. Luis Guilherme has gone to Firenze on a free transfer. And Jonathan, I feel like there's an N missing off of there, but Jonathan has gone on loan to Bra, whoever they are. And they were all pre-arranged before I got here. I just confirmed that they could happen. These players were all bought in before we got here as well. We had nothing to do with those. We have got scouts out and about at the moment trying to look for some players. I have inquired about one player, but when I spoke to his agent, he said, get lost, my client's not interested in you. So I moved on. And if we have a look at finances, we're £18.8 million in the bank. We've got 68.9, so £69 million in the transfer budget with £1.3 million wage budget. We've got a little bit left in there. We've got 177,000 in there now that we've sold Maria. So yeah, we're going to let this build up a little bit. We've got South America, Europe, Brazil, the national second division, national first division, the under 20 Libertadores that we're doing recruitment focuses on. We have been active in getting our staff recruitment done. So we now have a maximum amount of scouts, 10 scouts. We've got all of our coaches. This is really annoying me because the goalkeeper, what's that, shot stopping, I presume that is? Yeah, shot stopping. We're just under being yellow. But other than that, we're the best in the league at everything when it comes to our staffing. If we have a look at the schedule, bring it up to speed on the couple of games that's happened since you've been off camera, or since I've been off camera. In the previous episode yesterday, we played Vitoria, I think that is, 3-1. Then we played Botofago. This is Botofago. The club up here is not. And basically what I've done is I've gone on to the Sort It Out SI website. I've got a list of the Brazilian clubs that you start FM24 with. Now, bearing in mind, we are like 11, 12 years into the future type thing. So not all the teams are on there. Some of them have now been relegated. But most of them are on there. And yeah, we played Botafago, who are our local rivals. We played them away from home. We picked up a 3-1 win in this game. It was quite a frustrating game because, as you can see from when the goals went in, Lorenzo Albarracin gave us the lead on 75 minutes. And that was the first goal. We'd had no goals up to that point. Then Santiago Heze, who came on as a substitute for us, I want to say in about the 70th minute, in the 75th minute, he was on the field 10 minutes. He got a goal, made it 2-0. Then they made it 2-1. And then in the 92nd minute, Heze with another goal made it 3-1. Eventually we got there. When you look at the stats, 7 shots on target compared to their 5 for us. They had more shots in total. They actually had more clear-cut chances than us. We did dominate possession. It seemed a pretty even game. And if this had ended up in a draw, we probably wouldn't have had any reason to argue about it. And then in the next game against Fortaleza, I want to say this is. I'm just going to briefly consult my little thing over here that I've got. I've actually got it up on the screen. Yeah, Fortaleza. There you go. I am getting there. I'm getting used to it. Fortaleza was next up. We beat them 2-1 at home. And as you can see from the stats, we were a dominant team. They are near the bottom of the league. I think they were 19th when we played them. We were the dominant team in this league in terms of shots, possession, pass completion was into the 90% for that. And yeah, they were just not particularly good, but they did actually come close. Gandin getting his first goal for us in the 7th minute. Then they equalised. Before that, they could have scored from the penalty spot. And then Gandin making it 2-1 on the hour mark. And a pretty nervy final 30 minutes as we basically hung on. I mean, we didn't hang on. We were the better team. We just couldn't finish our chances. I'm starting to sound like I was at Dortmund there, aren't I? And then we played Tallares in the first leg of the Copa Libertadores second round and a 0-0 draw in this game. It wasn't as boring as what a 0-0 draw sounds. This was one of the better kinds of 0-0 draws, but we did have more shots on. They only had 2 shots on target. We had more shots on goal. In terms of possession, we slightly edged possession. Pass completion was around the same. In terms of the average rating of the two teams, their average rating was 6.85. Ours was 6.86. So going by that, a draw was actually the fairer result. I am confident that we can turn it, or not turn it around, but we can finish the job off in the home leg, which will be coming up later in this episode. We will be playing Botafago next. The fact that we played them on the 18th, we're now playing them again 10 days later. And yeah, we're going to get into that game right now. So I will meet you over at the Matchday Centre. There you go. Not much to bring you up to speed on with the fact that we've only played a couple of games, but this is the team we're going to go into battle with against Botafago. We are the home team. We have made a few changes here. Now, one of the changes we've made is, I'm just trying to find him, Nathan has been complaining about needing to be rested, so I'm leaving him out of this game. Andre Luis comes in to partner Colombo in defence. Then further down in midfield, Santiago Heze, he impressed me with them 2 goals a couple of games back. I'm going to give him a chance as Rainier goes back down onto the bench. And Wellington, who, when we look at him, he's our 18-year-old 5-star potential striker. He's got good finishing on him. He needs work in many other areas, but we're going to give him a start here today as well. I just want to start looking at some other players just to see what they're about. And yeah, so and in terms of our number 1 goalkeeper, Luis Jr., he's still injured. He's out for another 4 days. Technically, he'll be available for the game against Tallares in the Copa Libertadores, but we'll probably not use him for that game. He'll probably just sit on the bench, and we'll bring him back for the game after that, which is against Sao Paulo. So we go with Vitor in goal, Daniel at left back, Custodio at right back, Andre Luis and Colombo in the centre of defence, Cristiano Ronaldo, Herrero and Heze in the centre of midfield, with Albarracin and Pedro out wide and Wellington up top. Let's get into the game. And we need to give a squad number to Alexandra Fernandez. So that's that. Does there any more? No, that's all of it. There you go. Lovely, lovely stuff. I love giving out squad numbers to people. Here is the little loading screen. There's your little ticket if you got it for the Maracanã. Admission is £8, no less. Form of the two teams, we have been slightly the better form team. When we look at the table, we are 7th in the league on 31 points. A win in this game will take us to 34, but won't actually move us up the league because, well, unless we absolutely smash Botafago like 6-0. Other than that, we're going to be staying around here. If we draw or lose, we could potentially drop down the table. Botafago are out of the continental area. They're in 14th at the moment. So let's get into the game. Let's do our team talk. I do now have my assistant manager. There's me with my substitutes and my team. I do love this screen. Right, skip to that bit. Let's get into the actual game itself. And the first highlight starts with us. Nice sunny afternoon in the Maracanã. Ball into the box. Wellington almost got his head to that actually, but their goalkeeper claimed it and goes for a long kick upfield. And I mean, their player actually won the initial header, but it goes to Vitor, our goalkeeper. He can start an attack for us and throws it out to Daniel on the left-hand side. He finds Albarracin, who goes back to Andre Luis. Infield to Ronaldo. Finds Heze. I'm expecting things from Heze. He's found Wellington. Wellington scored, but the referee's got his arm in the air. By the way, yes, we do have VAR. It has been getting quite annoying. Is he going to disallow? I think he's disallowed. He's disallowing it. I think that's the second time he's disallowed a Wellington goal, actually. I think he'd done one in one of the other games. But, yeah, VAR, the very next match after the one that we played on camera last time, we got a goal disallowed. 2 goals disallowed, actually. Here's Wellington still, though. He's been quite lively. Here's Custodio. I mean, I don't know what he's planning on doing. He just seems to be standing there with his back to everybody. Andre Luis goes out to Daniel, to Albarracin, gives it to Herrero. Herrero's been a bit disappointed as well in terms of the fact he's not really been the creative spark that I was expecting him to be, considering he's our top assist maker. He did obviously score a couple of goals in our first game, in the game you saw him on camera. Here he is now, Herrero, steaming forward. Wellington, it's a goal. Oh, the referee again. I'm starting to think this referee just don't like Wellington. Is he going to disallow this one? No, it's been given. Wellington gets his goal, and I'm pleased for the boy. I want him to do well. He's a superstar youngster. Here's Pedro with a free kick. Oh, it's hit the crossbar. He could do with a goal for us as well. He's had a few assists as Pedro, but he could do with getting a goal for us or two, seeing as he is one of our attacking players. Here's Herrero now to Albarracin, or Albarracin, I should say. We win the ball again, but then they just pick up. Oh, it's Albarracin. It's 2-0. The referee's not reviewing this one, presumably because it's not Wellington that scored. But Albarracin with the goal from the left-hand side. We're leading Botafago 2-0. And this is looking like a good game for us. We've started brilliantly in these first 15 minutes. We now have a corner. Albarracin on the right-hand side. Puts it in towards the back post. It's bobbing away in there. Ronaldo has it to Custodio, to Albarracin, to Custodio again. Here's Colombo. He gives it to Andre Luiz's central defensive partner. We're just being patient, popping the ball about, waiting for some space to open up. I mean, Daniel and Andre Luiz, they think they're the only two on the field at this point. Right, here's Ronaldo again to Albarracin. Finds Wellington. Oh, Wellington shot over the bar. I think it might have been offside, actually. He needs to learn to stay on side. If he's just going to keep getting offside all the time, it's going to prevent me from playing him. I can't just have him scoring 5 goals in a game and 4 of them are offside. But we are approaching half-time. We've got just over 5 minutes remaining of the first half. We have bossed this first half and we have got 2 goals for our troubles. They have a corner right at the end of it. Vitor comes out and claims it. I'll tell you what, he's actually impressed me as their backup goalkeeper. I've been very pleased with him. He's done a really decent job. I don't want to praise him too soon. He ends up making a howler. Oh, they win the ball back. What was Daniel doing there? They're on the left-hand side, crossing to the box. They go for... Oh, my word. I knew I shouldn't have praised him. How did that go over the top of his head? He's got arms. And that's going to put a different look on the half-time score, with it being 2-1, them scoring right at the death at the end of the first half. Right, let's go out and beat our rivals. They are actually our rivals. We also share the Maracanã with Fluminense. So it's, it's a shared agreement. We're paying something like £1.6 million. I think it's per year to actually rent the stadium. We're not even renting it on our own. Here's Custodio now on the right-hand side. He goes infield to Ronaldo. He finds Pedro. Pedro's through, and Pedro's got that goal I said I wanted from him. Ronaldo with the assist. This is his 9th goal of the season. Now Pedro's got that goal. Hopefully he can get more for us, because that's the one thing that's been missing from his game. He looks really lively. He's good at assisting, but he's missed a few really good chances. Right, Daniel's cut out the loose ball. Herrero has it now. And he just gives it to the defender who passed it back to the goalkeeper. Long kick upfield. They win the ball back. Oh, what has happened there? He's hit him on the back. You know there's going to be a goal because it's an error. I mean, surely that is offside. Surely that is offside. Here comes the referee running in to have a look at it. That has got to be offside. If that's not offside, then, well, I don't know. But there you go. It's disallowed. I mean, I will call it when it looks genuinely offside. And that did look a mile off. Right, here we go. We've got another highlight. Herrero to Daniel from the throw-in. Sliding tackle comes in. Ronaldo has the ball. Gives it back to Daniel to Herrero. Oh, and what a goal. 13th goal of the season from Jonathan Herrero. He might not be assisting at the moment, but he's certainly scoring some goals for us. That's his 3rd goal since we've been here. Right, let's have a look. I mean, Colombo's body language is aggressive. I don't know why he's feeling so aggressive, bless him. Right, Heze can come off and we can bring Danilo in for him. And if he's being aggressive, I'm just a bit concerned he's going to end up getting himself sent off or something. So Alexandre Fernandez can come in for him. If we have a look at the tactic, I do love this as well, where you've got the feet, basically, and it tells you whether they're left-footed, right-footed, and what they can do. So, for example, Albarracin, his left foot is green, his right foot is red, which means he's weak on his right foot. He can only be left-footed, whereas Pedro is right-footed but can also use his left. So if we look at Fernandez on the right-hand side, he is a right-footed player. That is enough for me. We'll confirm the changes at that point and continue. Yeah, I do like that. I think it's just a nice little. It saves me having to look for it, and it's one of those nice little quality of life changes. Here's Herrero to Danilo. He's come on as a substitute and he very nearly got a goal. 4-1, we're leading Botafago at the moment. Pedro now with the corner. In swinger towards the near post. Andre Luis gives it back to Pedro. Here's Albarracin to Andre Luis. Ronaldo finds Custodio to Fernandez. And then nothing happens with it. But the highlight now is carrying on with Danilo to Albarracin. Is he going to get a shot away? Oh, he does. And it goes over the bar. And I think it was a save from the keeper, actually. Because it's gone out for a corner kick. Pedro will take it again from this left-hand side. In swinger towards the near post. We need to start scoring some goals from corners. It'd be rather nice if we could. We have scored one, I think. Ronaldo now to Custodio. But that was a good block from the Botafago defender. And it ends up coming to nothing. Right, let's have another couple of changey poos going on around here. Right, what I want to do is I want to bring Jefferson on for Albarracin. And what else do I want to do? I think Guerrero can come on for Colombo as well. That'll be it for now. I want to have a little look at Jefferson. I know I'm only giving him 15 minutes. But he does look a pretty decent player. Right, they have a corner. We clear our lines, but they pick up the loose ball. And they're going to come back at us again. I mean, lads, you need to move out a bit, Get out a bit quicker. And they're through. Oh, he's saved it with his foot. I mean, well done to that guy. I told you, Vitor has impressed me. I think he's been a very decent player for us, especially with Mariani can come on there as well. We've changed 3 of our back 4. Not usually something I do, but we're looking pretty decent. We've got a 4-day break between this game and the one against Tallares, which is unusual. We've been playing like every 2 days. The amount of games we're playing is ridiculous. But there you go. A 4-1 win against Botafago. And if we have a look at the table, we are now up to 6th in the table. That is very, very nice. So it must be down to, because it's obviously not goal difference, it must be down to results between the teams or something. So we are up to 6th. As things stand at the moment, we are qualifying for the Copa Libertadores next season. And that's a season where I'm potentially looking at winning it. I don't think we're going to win it this season. I don't think we're good enough to win it this season. But there you go. We are on course and looking good to be able to qualify for the South American Champions League, the Copa Libertadores. And yeah, I mean, as it is, we're 11 points off top. So we're not going to win the league, but we're only 2 points off second. But Barria, something like that, Barria, I think they're called. They are running away with it at the moment. We do have a game in hand over them, but we'd still be a long way away. Right, let's go over to the Matchday Centre and for the second leg against Tallares, where hopefully we can finish the job off and qualify for the quarterfinals of the Copa Libertadores. Okay, so a couple of updates, or one update really. Jonathan Herrero, our Mazzala in central midfield, has just won the Player of the Month award for the Brazilian National First Division, so well done to him. Luis Jr. is indeed fit and available. He's not quite in tip-top condition, so he does start on the bench for us for this game. I've got faith in Vitor. No reason not to play him. And yeah, we've only made one change. Daniel is out. He's on the bench for Ramiro Mariani. And we have Vitor in goal. Mariani left back. Custodio right back. Andre Luis and Colombo in the centre of defence. Ronaldo, Herrero and Heze in the centre of midfield. That's kind of got a ring to it. I like that. Ronaldo, Herrero and Heze. Albarracin and Pedro out wide. And Wellington keeps his place up front. Let's get into the game and hopefully we can complete the job. We got a 0-0 draw away to Tallares. They've not been in the greatest of form. They're inconsistent. We are excellent. They are playing a disgusting 5-3-2 formation. As you can see here, some of the results have already gone through. Boca Juniors have gone through to the next round. Not Lanús. Lanús are playing later today. Fluminense have gone through against Hurricane. Instituto are through against Atletico or Atletico Nacional. That BRA, they've gone through against Sport Huancayo. Newell's Old Boys have gone out. Actually, they've been knocked out by Botafago. And River Plate have gone through against Rosario Central. The games playing today is Lanús against Sao Paulo. And I think that's Sao Paulo. Let's have a look. No, that's not Sao Paulo. That's Palmeiras. I am going to get there, I promise you. And then there's us as well. So just the 2 games today. These are the team sheets. £31 to get into the Maracanã for a Copa Libertadores game. Wow, okay. That's quite a rise from the league game, isn't it? Right, let's get into the game. And like I say, hopefully we can finish this game off and get the win against Tallares. We should be able to. I think we are a better team than them. And with having home advantage. But like I say, they're playing that 5-3-2 format. Oh, my word, we're down to 10 men. Oh, Custodio, you absolute wally. What have you just done? Oh, no. Right, I think... Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. We're down to 10. It's not even 10 minutes on the clock. We put him on support. Leave him there. And then Guerrera can come on for Heze. Oh, we're up against it now, being down to 10 men. There's me saying I think we're going to be able to get the job done. What an absolute plonker. Right, here's the next highlight. Starts with us. We've given the ball away. You know how this game's going. They're through on goal. Oh, it's gone wide. It's saved by the keeper, I think. Or might have taken a deflection off the defender. Oh. We've not really cleared it. Mariani wins the ball and brings it away from trouble. And yeah, this is going to be tough. It really is. Pedro now with a corner from the left-hand side. An in-swinger towards the front post or the near post. They don't quite clear the lines. Wellington gives it to Pedro. Pedro's through. Pedro scores. Oh, it's an own goal. I don't care if it's an own goal. I don't care who scores the goal. But either way, it's 1-0 to us. We have got the lead with 10 men. Oh, I don't want to start believing. Custodio's an absolute plonker. He really is. I can't believe he's gone and got himself sent off there. In the 10th minute of the game as well. Right, 5 minutes till half time. Pedro's got another corner. Puts it in towards the centre of the goal, and it's in for Andre Luis. His first goal of the season. His first ever goal for us. Oh, we're 2-0 up with 10 men. Can we get to half time? We've got another corner. We can make it 3-0. Albarracin from the right-hand side. Puts the ball in towards the near post. Oh, we've hit the post. Oh. I mean, bearing in mind, we've got 10 men and Tallares has not even had a shot on target. We've had 9 on target. We've dominated possession. I mean, basically, if we can keep the ball for the majority of the second half, we should be able to hang on to this 2-0 lead. I don't want to change our mentality or anything. I want to keep everything as it is because it's working at the moment. Oh, I can't believe we're winning this. 2-0. Albarracin with a corner towards the front post. Oh, the keeper's pulled off a worldie of a save there. It's gone out for a corner. It's going to be Pedro from this left-hand side. He's going to in-swing it. Albarracin gives it back to Pedro. Albarracin to Mariani, to Herrero. Colombo. And nothing ends up coming from it. And the highlight ends. But, oh, an hour gone. We are close to getting through to the quarterfinals of the Copa Libertadores. I mean, can you imagine if we win this competition and we've only been here half a season? That would be absolutely mental. Right, Wellington can come off, I think, for Gandin. And Albarracin can come off for Jefferson. I think we'll just keep it at that for the time being. I might have to change something in the midfield as well, just to put a bit of fresh legs in there, I think. But we'll give it another few minutes before we make that change. Tallares have had a few shots on target in this half. They have got a little bit more into it. Right, Ronaldo can come off and Danilo can come on for him. And I think for a final change, do we take Jonathan Herrero off and bring Rainier on for him? Like I said, I just want to freshen it up a little bit, just give us some legs. We've only got 2 men in that central midfield. It's kind of get past one and hopefully the other one's going to be standing behind him waiting for you. But it looks like we've done enough. We're leading 2-0. 4 minutes of stoppage time has now been played, and that is the final whistle. And we have got the job done like we wanted to, despite being down to 10 men since the 10th minute. But that shows a lot of fight from the team. We worked really hard in that game. Now, I don't think we're going to get the draw for the second round until later on. We've got a game against, this is Sao Paulo, we've got a game against them in a couple of days, and I can't actually see where it is. So who knows? Let's have a quick look through these. We've been given £1 million for doing that. Lovely stuff. We like money over here. Oh, we're playing Boca by the looks of it. As a result of this ban, Custodio will miss the Copa Libertadores game against Boca in 20 days. Apparently it was justified, so we won't appeal. We'll confirm his suspension. Let's have a look at the schedule. And yeah, we've got Boca Juniors. I mean, that's a tough tie. Boca are a very good team. Let's have a look at their profile. Yeah, they're 4 stars like we are. They're currently 5th in the Argentinian League Cup Group A. I mean, I don't know what their competitions mean, to be quite honest, but there you go. Right, the next time we'll come back, it will be for Boca. I think what we might do is we'll do the game against INT. I'm just going to consult my little dictionary for this. International. We're going to play International and the second leg against Boca Juniors. And what I'll probably do is record the highlights of the first leg as well, like we've done with the UEFA Champions League as well. But yeah, I do want to show you some league games as well, because we are obviously in this for the league as well as the Champions League. It's our first half a season being here. But yeah, that will be the next episode tomorrow. So hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think of our performance against Tallares and even Botofago. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.